Thank you, Mr President. My question is to the Minister representing the Minister for Health, Senator Nash. Is the Minister aware that the Australian Nursing and Midwifery Federation yesterday called on MPs and Senators to reject the deregulation of university fees, stating it's nonsensical that as a significant Australian nursing shortage looms over the next decade, the Abbott government is intent on systematically destroying nursing education in this country. Has the Department of Health done any analysis of the impact of fee deregulation on the health system's capacity to attract, train and retain Australian nurses?
The Assistant Minister for Health, representing the Minister for Health, Senator Nash.
Thank you very much, Mr President. And I am aware of some comment from the sector, both nursing and more broadly from the medical sector, about the deregulation of education, of the higher education sector. And I have certainly listened to all of those concerns and those views. But, Mr President, this government believes that the appropriate way forward for the higher education system is through the deregulation package that we have put forward. Now, I understand that work has been done, as you've asked, around that impact of health, and my understanding is that has been the case. If it isn't, I will certainly come back to the chamber. But, Mr President, the important thing to realise here is the Coalition is absolutely focused on ensuring that we have a higher education sector that is sustainable and that can grow. And in my dealings across the sector, including the regional sector, and around those issues of health, that the deregulation of the higher education sector is indeed the most appropriate way forward.
Thank you, Minister. Senator McLucas, a supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr President. Can the Minister confirm that independent modelling by NATSEM at the University of Canberra found that the full cost of a nursing degree for a female graduate under the proposed higher education changes would increase from about $23,000 to around $63,000? Is the Department of Health considering targeted scholarships to ameliorate the impact of this near trebling of the cost of a nursing degree?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr President, and I will take on notice the specifics of that around the work that has been done in that area. But can I say, Mr President, the focus of this government is ensuring that we have a workforce into the future that we need when it comes to the medical professions. Now, you are talking about the future. You are talking about the future of the provision of that part of the sector out in the community. Now, we believe what we are doing with the deregulation reforms will indeed provide the appropriate way forward for the growth and will indeed address many of those issues that you've raised.
Thank you, Minister. Senator McLucas, a final supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr President. Given that nurses do not earn high wages and that many are women who take time out of the workforce to have families, won't applying a real interest rate to HECS debt have a particularly adverse and regressive impact on these critical and caring workers, discouraging young women from starting in the profession?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr President. No, the Coalition does not agree with that. We believe that the package of reforms that we have put forward are indeed the best way forward for the sector. Now, we have indeed put much work into this, Mr President, to ensure that we have come up with the most appropriate package, and the Coalition stands by what we're doing in this sector.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Milne.
Thank you, Mr President. My question without notice is to the Minister representing the Minister for the Environment, Senator Cormann.